All right, so here we go. All right, the first letter from the fans here. The Yankee fans are trash. Now, come on. They had one incident. It's people in the bleachers. Everybody's fans that are in the bleachers are a bunch of animals. All right, hey, Bill, I don't even really hate the Yankees because I'm a Pirate fan. Yeah, and you also guys beat them in like 1960 or 61, right? Bill Mazeroski. But they're just the all-time classless fans of all time. I'm sure you saw them trashing their own field. Well, they weren't trashing their own field. They were throwing shit at people from the other team. I'm from outside of Pittsburgh, and there's a lot of moron fans around here, but they're not entitled morons, and that's a key difference. Find a worse fan base in baseball. You can't. Oh, come on. People have done way worse than that. And so have Yankee fans. In the late 70s, somebody threw a knife from the upper deck. And it grazed the forearm of somebody on the other team when they were congratulating each other for winning. And back then, everybody didn't have a cell phone camera, so the person didn't get caught. I wonder what that person went on to do. You know, just in a fit of anger, they threw it, and then as it was going, it's like, oh, fuck, is that going to hit somebody? Gotta go. Yeah, it was definitely unfortunate what they did. It was great to see, Aaron Judge and those guys go out there and tell everybody to stop acting like fucking idiots. But, no, Yankee fans, there's some loud morons. They sit out in right field and do all that stupid stuff. Aaron Judge, that part is stupid. But if you mean like, a Yankee fan that knows the game, they're great. I don't have a problem with them. I really don't. I like listening to, my big thing is if a Yankee fan can talk about the Yankees in the 80s, then I'll listen to them, or now talk about them over the last 10 years. I've met some, every fan base has their good fans and their bad fans, all right? So, I'm not going to sit here as a Boston fan and start talking about behavior, considering some of the shit that we've done. It was an unfortunate incident, and you shouldn't fucking paint everybody, And I think a lot of the shit that they're going to get is because they have all that money in 27 championships. But having said that, those people out in right field they're fucking nerds. I always thought they were just nerds with their chants and all of that stuff. It was really sort of Rocky Horror Picture. It was very Broadway musical. I thought what they were like the sports version of it. Anyway, survival kicks in. Dear Billy Bloodbath, I've been thinking a lot lately about how much better we perform when our life depends on it. Everything from a mother's adrenaline allowing her to lift heavy shift. It's funny, you said allowing her to life heavy shit. And I was trying to fix what you wrote, and I took the F out of that and put it on the other thing, shift. To lift heavy shit to save her kid. To when soldiers or emergency workers take their skills to the next level in the heat of combat. Yeah, you get like that. You get that tunnel vision. Or like when I went out to throw out that first pitch. I'm kidding, but not really. Which leads to my question. If you had to fly a helicopter through a canyon at high speeds and significant turns, would you be able to? We're not talking heavy rocket fire, but let's say someone's on your tail and there's some ground-to-air artillery. No time to think, just time to act. Talk to me. What do you think? Well, I wouldn't have a choice. I would have to. I'm not saying that I wouldn't fuck up, but no, I think I could do it. Absolutely. I couldn't do it in the helicopter that I fly. I would fly it at the highest speed it could fly. No, I think I could do it. I could fucking haul ass. My thing would be trying to look around every corner in case there was wires or all of a sudden, if I was flying into one of those dead-end canyons. So then what you have to do is what's known as a quick stop in a helicopter, something you cannot do in an airplane. And that's why flying that low in unfamiliar canyons is so much more dangerous in a plane than it is in a helicopter. With a helicopter, you got to obviously look out for wires. I mean, I guess you do when you're playing too, but like if I was to suddenly make a turn and I saw the canyon was a dead end, I could just do a quick stop, where a airplane has to, do like a U-turn. So I know when they're in an unfamiliar area and they're flying low, like I watched this horrible video of these people that died. They landed in Aspen. They were on their way across country to refuel and all of that, and it was a hot day, so density altitude was a lot higher, meaning the air was a lot thinner than it usually is at that altitude, causing you to not get the normal performance that you would at that. Your aircraft is performing at that altitude like it's at a much higher altitude, which causes you to have to, be concerned about the weight and all of that stuff that you have, and versus the distance you have to climb out of there. And these guys were unfamiliar, and they went down a canyon that they were unfamiliar with, and they couldn't get the altitude they needed. And I learned by watching that. They just showed something on Carlton Fisk. He didn't pass away, did he? Why would that be showing that here? They were showing... They were talking about how, as a pilot, the safe way to fly something like that, if you're not familiar, is you fly to one side of the canyon or the valley or whatever. You're on one side, so if you do have to bank around, you don't have to eat up any more distance by getting to one side of it, so you can make the turn. You can immediately just enter the turn. And these guys didn't do that, and then they tried to do it, and they just went into the fucking trees. It's horrible. Hang on a second. Please tell me Carlton Fisk didn't fucking pass away. Please tell me that. It's his birthday or something. Carlton Fisk. They just, for some reason, just showed him in the middle of a USFL football game. Okay, he's still alive. All right, good. Jesus Christ. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you guys, too. I'm watching a fucking USFL game, and all of a sudden they were showing him on the Red Sox and the White Sox and saying how many years he played and all of that, right? He's okay. Wikipedia, he's still alive. All right, Pudge. The great Pudge Fisk. All right, now that I scared the shit out of you, let's... So anyways, going back to that, what do I think? Would I be able to do it? I would absolutely be able to fly way beyond anything I've ever done on my own skill level. Would I be able to shake the pilot behind me? Probably not, because I think everybody is pretty much a better pilot and has more hours than me. I only have like 300 something, although I should be over 400, but I'm not allowed to fly until I get the first edit of this movie done. So that's where I'm at. All right.